Howdy, YouTube. If you're confused by the hat, then you ain't been here long enough to know that I'm Southern. And also, we're in Genshin Impact pulling for the new Lucha Cowgirl. This is decoy voice when the cover up just makes it worse. I don't know what's being made worse, but apparently people are trying to cover it up, and that's the worst way to go about doing that.
Got Governor Hot Wheels down there. Come on now.
Governor Hot Wheels.
And the only thing hot about him is that he is a hot mess, honey. So
Who?
so yes.
And in case you don't know why calling him Governor Hot Wheels is controversial, it's because Texas Governor Greg Abbott is disabled and in a wheelchair since 1984 when he was hit by an oak tree. And to make matters worse,
He was hit by an oak tree? Did it fall on him? Did the wind blow it into him like a hurricane or something? Did he start a fight with an oak tree and it actually hit him back? I need details on him being hit by an oak tree. What happened there? Tell me more about that. Also, it's probably not great to call someone in a wheelchair Hot Wheels. It really depends on the person, but you shouldn't be doing that to anybody who's disabled unless you know them and know that they're okay with something like that. Comedy, like if it was a comedian doing it, it would be fine because that's their job. This is her just roasting someone at a human rights thing, which makes it kind of confusing, honestly. Now that I think about it.
is she speaking at a human rights campaign dinner, which is supposed to support workplace inclusion specifically for the disabled.
To be fair, she included him in making fun of him. That kind of tracks.
Now, she did later try to walk back that comment, stating she wasn't thinking about the governor's condition. She was thinking about the planes, trains, and automobiles he used to...
I was thinking about the plane and automobiles he used to transfer migrants into communities. That's not what Hot Wheels means. That doesn't even make sense. Yeah.
Transfer migrants to communities led by black mayors. The problem being is she cited this article from when he used buses to send people seeking sanctuary to sanctuary cities in 2024. But way back in 2022, she was already making fun of Governor Abbott and where he rolls to. Now, I haven't seen or heard any response.
Oh, so she has a history of discrimination. Interesting.
Governor Greg Abbott, and I'm not about to get offended on his behalf, as for all we know, he doesn't care about the name calling at all. But for Congresswoman Crockett to think anybody's gonna believe
Yeah, if I've been in a wheelchair since 1984, I feel like I've heard all the jokes. It's only gonna offend me if it's not funny. If you're just doing it to be stupid or make fun of me and it's not actually funny, I'd be offended that you didn't even bother trying.
Governor Hot Wheels was in reference to the airplanes shipping people away. You'd have to be stupider than her to actually believe that, as going after the disabled has somehow become part of the party strategy, as she has become very vocal about going after Elon Musk and Tesla.
On March 29th, it's my birthday, and all I want to see happen on my birthday is for Elon to be taken down, yes.
And random citizens are following suit.
Oh, that's interesting. In what way taken down? In what way, ma'am?
By vandalizing Tesla vehicles of the disabled.
As you can see this side, it even looks like it affected above the tire.
She says her family has had discussions around if it's even safe to be driving a Tesla anymore, in part because of incidents.
On the bright side, you can just see who's wearing those pants one day, and you know who that is.
Like hers.
Now, I don't think they specifically went after a disabled girl's vehicle, the same way I don't think they specifically held a human rights dinner for the disabled to make fun of the disabled.
Yeah, they don't care about human rights. They just care about all the attention they get hating other people. And that's not human rights, man. Hating on people because they're in a wheelchair. Well, it probably just hates him and he's also in a wheelchair and that's what she chose to attack for some stupid reason. Why don't you attack him for the reason you hate him and not for the wheelchair? Or do you not actually have a good reason to do that?
Or try to save the environment by setting all these Tesla lithium batteries on fire. I just don't think their base cares when they come.
I'm sorry, what? People are setting lithium batteries on fire to save the environment? I have not heard that, and that sounds like a very bad plan. It also dangerous, not just for the environment, for the people who are doing it.
Completely fail their so-called intentions of human rights or green initiatives, because they're not following their virtues or morals. They're just following orders. So the real question is, why exactly would Texas Democrats do such a 180 on Elon Musk and Tesla? It may be related to this.
They were handing out loans, $330 million worth of loans to people under the age of 11. I think the youngest, Kelly, was a 9-month-old who got a $100,000 loan.
Ooh, I wonder what he did with that. Did he buy like little baby ladies? Did he surround himself with some baby ladies? Get like a little platinum chain and a platinum, what's it called? A binky, platinum blanket. Maybe a gold chain around his neck with like little pacifier on it. He's at Diaper Life, baby.
We're tackling
allegations of abuse in the agency. We've seen, hundreds of billions of dollars of fraud go unprosecuted. So we're taking that on. We have a zero tolerance policy for fraud, and we continue to crack down on it and make sure people are held accountable.
Which I've seen several variations of this post, calling out Crockett for having a low six-figure salary, but allegedly a net worth of $9 million with several million-dollar properties.
Oh,
It's
interesting.
hard to verify any of this specifically for Jasmine, but it's a known fact that several members of Congress, both Democrat and Republican, curiously become multi-millionaires while making their measly government salaries. And is this the reason why they're so desperate to stop the auditing of government spending? Because
Yes. Yes, it is. I can't wait for them to crack down on what Nancy Pelosi's been doing. If you don't know, you should check out the Twitter for Nancy Pelosi stock tracker. You might make some money.
if they do enough digging, will they be at the end of it? As at least at the protests in DC, Boomer Unleashed shows us these activists looking like randomly generated liberal NPCs. But Richie McGinnis actually
Those signs are very generic and awful looking.
saw them collecting what appears to be pre-made signs for them to carry, as other groups seem to be specifically instructed not to interact with the press.
Don't you want to talk about why you're here? Okay. Okay.
And you know what they say?
Yeah. What do they say?
They say you cannot talk to anybody that is a Trump. We're just going to.
That's fine.
At least to me, I'd think
Who's telling them they're not allowed to talk to anybody? I'd like to work my way up that chain. See what's going on. Who's giving out these orders?
if you're passionate about something enough to waste your afternoon protesting it, you should be able to explain why you're protesting it. Unless you're just an unemployed dude with nothing better to do than loiter in the streets for some quick cash. But honestly, I don't have a better explanation. So let me know what you think is really going on in the comment section, and if you appreciate my
Oh, that's
insights,
interesting.
write all the commentary
You think
on
there's
Tragic
like
Status
jobs
Says Today.
where people can just attend protests and rallies for money, like fully, not just like actors that they hire and stuff like that? This is Decoy Voice. Give them a like and sub. That's interesting. I wouldn't mind having that job. Just show up and hang out for a couple of hours. I wonder how much that would pay. Probably people would also hire you to come to like their parties and stuff like. Ooh, that'd be fun. Okay, well, this is Decoy Voice. Give him a like and sub if you like him. Give me a like and sub if you like me. Give me a like and sub if you like my hat. It's snazzy, and I just got it yesterday. Thank you. I can toggle it off. Don't worry. Okay, let's move on to the next one.